Hey everybody, this is Jason with Outside Pulse, and today we're going to be talking about hammock camping. Specifically, is it comfortable to camp in a hammock? If you're new to hammock camping or you're thinking about getting into it, this is not an uncommon question. A lot of people wonder just how comfortable it is to camp inside of a hammock. The fact of the matter is yes, it's absolutely comfortable to camp inside of a hammock. In fact, there's a lot of campers out there that actually prefer hammock camping over traditional tent style camping. It is important though that if you choose to go the hammock camping route, that you get the right style hammock for camping, and you come prepared and know how to set it up properly to ensure that it actually is comfortable while you're sleeping in it at night. You might be wondering though, if you're new to hammock camping or you haven't done it before, why it is that it's comfortable. And really there's a lot of different things about hammock camping that make it comfortable. We'll discuss a few of them here. Number one, if you're someone that has a problem with their back, or you're tossing and turning all night due to harsh pressure points, sleeping in a hammock is a great way to relieve pressure points and to sleep soundly through the night. Another one is if you're doing a lot of summer camping, because of the lightweight materials and the breathability of the hammock, they're really great for keeping cool at night. It's because you're in this elevated position, you've got this breeze flowing, so you're constantly being cooled throughout the night when you're summer camping. Another great thing about being in that elevated position is that it just keeps you off the hard ground. You don't have to worry about getting sleeping pads and things like that, trying to soften up the hard ground. You don't have to worry about sleeping on a root or a rock throughout the night. You can just you can get inside the hammock and relax, and just hang between the trees. Another great thing about hammock camping and why it is so comfortable is that you're in that elevated position. You don't have to worry about bugs and rodents and wildlife and things like that, getting into the camp at night, or snakes, because you're in this elevated position. So it just keeps you out of the bugs and the wildlife and things that might be pestering you while you're trying to sleep at night. Also, for me, one of the things I like about it is it just helps me keep a minimalist mindset or footprint when I go camping. When I'm hammock camping, it packs down very small, and I don't need sleeping pads. And depending on what kind of weather it is, I might not even be using a sleeping bag. So it just allows me to really lighten up my load and practice more minimalist style camping when I'm hammock camping. It's not necessarily a given though that hammock camping will be comfortable, as it's important that you choose the right type of hammock for camping, and also that you set the hammock up properly to ensure that you have a comfortable night's sleep. To begin with, when we're talking about a hammock that's meant for camping, they're specifically designed for that. So we're not talking about the rope style hammock that you might have been used to on a back porch or a back patio. This is a hammock that's specifically designed for camping, and you can find those. They're pretty much everywhere, but one way you can do it is go onto Amazon, and I'll even include a couple of my favorite ones below in the description. But you can simply go to Amazon, type in camping hammock, and you'll get a list of them. And those are the type of hammocks that we're talking about for camping. And once you have the hammock that's meant for camping, that's a big part of it, but the other part is to make sure you properly set it up. You can have the best and nicest hammock meant for camping, and it can still be a horrible night's sleep because it's not set up properly. And while there's a lot of nuances in setting up a camping hammock, the biggest thing is just getting the swing or the hang right whenever you're talking about you're camping in a hammock. So there's a lot of information out there, and we won't go into in depth, but basically you want to make sure that you have a good hang or a good angle, and that you've spaced the hammock properly between two trees, so that you're not dragging on the ground, but also so you're not completely parallel to the ground. You want a nice slope to the hammock, which will help ensure that you get a good and comfortable night's sleep. Okay, that's going to do it for this video. We hope that this kind of helped answer your question about whether or not hammock camping is comfortable. Keep in mind though, there's a lot that goes into hammock camping that we couldn't cover in this video. If you are looking for more information though, we do have a website called OutsidePulse.com. We will link it in the description below, but basically we wrote an article specifically about hammock camping and how to do it comfortably. In there we go into greater depth about best practices and how to set up the hammock for camping to ensure that you're comfortable while you're sleeping at night and throughout the day. Okay, other than that, I hope you guys have a great day, and if you haven't tried hammock camping, you definitely should. I highly recommend it. It's definitely worth trying out, and there's a chance that once you try it, you might actually never go back to traditional tent style camping.